Is John with Archer Fish. It's been a while. I have been fishing. So I went and finally got one of my bucket list fish, which is a giant, heavy, well, I'll just show you the clips from it. I didn't get a lot of footage because it was at night. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw it, but here it is right here.
What is up, everybody? This is John with Archer Fish. All right, I got something really exciting happening. I don't know how much footage I'm going to be able to get because it's dark out and we're night fishing, but I am doing some type of fishing that I've been dying to do for a very long time. I've been trying to get on these giant fish. As you guys know, if you follow the channel, mostly in Cedar Key, I've been trying to get on these big giants for a very long time, and I got a buddy. He's got a spot. We got all the bait. So stay tuned and let's see if I get some of these big boys. Ain't going nowhere, son.
Yeah, that was amazing battle. Thanks to my boy Real Chaos on Instagram for getting me on that fish. Dude has put me on some good fish in the past, knows what he's doing around here, so appreciate it, buddy. And I'm back out on Sanibel, and I haven't been in a while. Usually it's raining or it's super windy, and so I've been kind of planning it. You know, it's very hot as well. I don't really mind the heat. I just know that it's better to fish here in the fall, but I just been dying to get out. The water, very, very dark. It was super clear last time I was here, and I noticed driving in that they probably, you know, let all the water out of Okeechobee down the Caloosahatchee because it's all very teak colored on this side. And if you go to the other side of Sanibel, it's like super clear and blue, which is what it should be. So I don't mind it being a little bit murky like this, you know. I think it's good for artificials, you know, especially top water, things like that. They can't see it as well. I slayed the trout last time I was here. I found this spot and the trout were really thick. They're probably, you know, I mean, if you find the trout here, it's really easy to catch a bunch of them, and it's a lot of fun on artificials. But I am gonna be looking for other things. I wanna try to go after some snook, some redfish. Caught my first permit here last year, so that was really cool. Jacks are always fun. Usually that's a fall thing, you know. Big schools of jacks come in here and just top water madness. If you've not seen those videos, check those videos out, because it is so much fun when the jacks are busting all around the kayak and you're throwing artificials and you can see them come up and swipe at it, and you know, not a lot of size to them, but just insanely aggressive. And it's just so much fun to, you know, it just reminds me of the striper fishing back in California, which I miss. If you've not seen my striper videos in fishing freshwater lakes in California, the reservoirs, Castaic and stuff like that, check those videos out too, because they were, I mean, I miss it so much. They're boiling now, and I cannot wait to get back out there because I love striper fishing on those lakes. Anyway, I'm gonna hit my first spot, see if I can't get on a fish or two. I'm gonna be throwing the Reliable Mirror Lure. Always my favorite in this spot. It's so funny. You know, there's all kinds of different lures, obviously, that are successful. Ozuri crystal minnow, mirror lure, top water, you know, jigs, things like that. But for me, in this spot, that mirror lure, man, I caught trout, I've caught snook, I caught a giant redfish. You haven't seen that video. That was last September, right before the hurricane. This place was on fire. Amazing. Catch a big ass, a giant redfish on a mirror lure. Amazing. All right, so the thing about this spot when I'm looking for trout is it's a little I mean, I wouldn't say it's rough, but there's a little bit of wind. But usually you can hear or see trout hit top, and you know, it's usually on. So that is what I'm gonna be doing, looking for some fish, hitting one of my spots here where I know there's snook and redfish and jacks and all kinds of things normally hanging out. I'll try a couple new spots further across the bay and see if I can't get on a fish very soon. So what I like to do is find these oyster beds or grass flats or whatever where it's shallow, and then find where it drops off. So I'm on the other side where the wind is pushing everything, and it's a little deeper over here, and I think the oyster bed is near here too. I also think that in the super shallow water, a dolphin went under the kayak because I saw these bubbles, and they're really scary in here sometimes. If they're hunting and they don't want you nearby, they will let you know. They'll flap around your kayak, and they're big, powerful fish. I thought I just heard one. So they can be a little scary. Huh. Not sure what it is. Hope it's not a catfish. Doesn't really shake. It's not shaking its head like one, but it feels heavy. There, it's shaking its head like one. All right, the key to this place is understanding where the structure is and where the fish are going to be moving around. So it looks like there's not a lot of structure anywhere, but there is. There's a couple of oyster beds. One you're allowed to get around, and one of them is kind of off limits because of the rookery. But as you go to these large swaths of area where there's nothing there, what you can see is the seagrass floating up, which is a good indication that there is some seagrass down there. Now that might seem obvious, but like, I think after the red tide, the hurricane, all that stuff, there's not a lot of seagrass here, at least not as much as there used to be. There's still some, you just kind of have to find it. So when you see it floating, it's a good sign that that's kind of a good spot. But there's a large areas, like last time I was here, the water was super clear. And this whole area right here, there's like nothing down there. There's one area where there's a bunch of rocks, and I noticed that that's where like a lot of trout were holding. But also it was dependent on the tide. So you just kind of have to keep moving around. Like I said, I use the mirror lure, I'll use Topwater, and just kind of throw it in all directions and kind of search for the fish. I also have some live shrimp. I don't use them too much here, but I'll usually have one on, you know, just in case. That's how I caught that permit, which was, you know, really, really fun. All right, something hit it right at the boat here. Oh, there's one. Oh, wow, nice. That's so funny. Something hit it right at the boat, or at the kayak, sorry. And I swear it was a catfish. Next cast, something's got it. Oh my God, it's a huge sail cat. Look at this. That's what I thought. Look at this thing. On the mirror lure. Hey, relax, homie. It's heavy too. This is so dumb. Do not break my mirror lure off, please. All right, so the reason why I talk to the camera a lot, like more than other YouTube fishermen, is because I want to build the drama. I want to add context and all those things. If you know that I'm out here, and this has happened so many times in all my bass fishing trips and Castaic, actually some of my saltwater too, like the drama is real. I don't edit stuff like purposely to make it more dramatic. Like a lot of times, at the end of the day, about ready to leave, not a lot of great fish, and then boom, that 6-pound bass, or boom, my 38-inch snook, or even the last big fish that I caught. I had been there for, we'd been there for maybe 3 hours, and a couple other guys had caught fish, multiple fish, and I still maybe had one little bite that I could even tell. And it was getting almost time to call it, and bam, caught that giant, my PB. Oh. Not sure what this is, but a whole bunch of fish out here. Oh, it is a bunch of little Jackie Jacks doing their thing. Cool. Giant school of Jacks out here. So, we're gonna get a little top water going. Oh crap. Something is destroying my shrimp. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Feels like a jack, because it feels pretty strong actually. Gotta be a jack. 'Cause this thing. Woo! What do we got? What do we got? The hell's that? A bluefish? Holy crap! I was wondering why it felt so dang strong. Look at this. Massive bluefish. Holy crap. Look at this bluefish. Beautiful. Nice. So I was just about to make a video about all the different fish species I've caught here. Permit, snook, redfish, jacks, trout, obviously pinfish and catfish. I've not caught a tarpon here, but I have seen them. Big mackerel, and just now my first bluefish, and it was a nice size one too. Great. Got two. One on the shrimp and one on the lure. Feels like a jack. That's a ladyfish behind me. Oh no, big stupid catfish. Dude, you ruin everything. I had a catfish on the lure. I had a ladyfish on the shrimp. And as I did, these jacks came up and boiled right next to the kayak. Man, when it happens here, it happens. It's very exciting. Oh, there's something. Maybe a trout this time? It's not a catfish. No, it's a jack. All right, Jackie Jack. Woohoo! All kinds of goodies out here, man. Just gotta remember I'm floating away from. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say floating away from the action. That feels like a jack. See the way they pull around. But fun on top, man. Eat, but big bluefish. Oh, hi manatee. It's following me. Hi, buddy.